Good morning, Dr. Winters here. I'm obviously taking a walk here this morning, but I had some thoughts and I thought, I should just jump out with my camera and record them because I think they are so important that we treat people like, instead of treating them like they have a disability, treat them like they have an ability and they just need to run in a different lane. And we teach that a lot for kids, for example, that may have ADHD patterns in the brain. And we'll see that on the EEG that we do if it's a true ADHD pattern. And that's a kid where, again, you don't want to treat them like they have a disability. That doesn't get us anywhere in the long run except more problems because the kid thinks there's something wrong with me. You want to treat them like they have an ability, but you know that the brain works a little different and the situations may be a little different for this particular kid. So you treat them like they have an ability, but you just treat them like they're a different race car or a different car that has to run in a different lane. And one of my conceptual thoughts there is like a interstate, say in Atlanta or something, and you've got special lanes for people that are going to work and have to have two or more passengers. They can't have one passenger, that kind of thing. But a different lane on the interstate. They can get just as far, they can get there just as fast, or maybe even faster, but they just have to drive in a different lane. And we teach that also for our autoimmune patients. Patients that are autoimmune, they don't get to do the same things with their diet. They don't get to do the same things with their lifestyle as other people. They have to maybe be on a gluten-free diet, or they have to be on a autoimmune paleo diet, or they have to do something different with their lifestyle so they're not so reactive to their environment. But again, those people can heal. We've seen amazing healings. We've seen people from one doc we worked with was totally paralyzed and told he'd never walk again, and he was able to walk again and went back into practice and does so out in California. A few years later, he even ran a 5K. So, and one of my assistants that went legally blind with an autoimmune attack on her retinas, and she recovered when they didn't know if she would. And now she has a little baby, and her husband are in Florida and just enjoying life. And that's those people have to run in a different lane. They can't be in the same lane even yet. They can't run in the same lane as somebody else, but if they run in their lane, they can do just as well. And that's the concept for you, is that treat people not like they have a disability, even though there may be some findings with an EEG or findings with different lab work or markers or traits or exam findings related to the brain. But treat them not like a disability, but treat them like they have an ability and they just need to run in a different lane. So that's my thought for you. I hope it's helpful, and that's the way we approach things. And if you want somebody that approaches things like that, give our office a call, 270-554-214, and Winters Wellness, Chiropractic Redefined.